for this Friday session must be something in our mind is there. So we are coming each and every Friday. You people are also coming and joining. You must be having your own vision in your mind. For any startup, for any business, you must be having vision as per the Cameron Herald. So this was the main motto in the introduction part. So what we can do after reading the introduction part, what I understood that in our real life, as a common man, or as many of us are running small or big business, or we want to become a coach. So what we should do, we must be visualize the picture of our company or our own life, not for a single year, more than 2 to 3 years. In this book, he has specially told just visualize your business or any startup or your own life for 3 years, not less than that. And I really resonate with this idea, because in a single year, you can't see anything, any big shift in your life if you're working on some projects. I'm on my project, so I have a big picture of my life, what I will do in coming these years, and who will work with me as a team. So this was the basic thing he has explained in the introduction part. And he said that most of the company nowadays, they just said vision statement and mission statement. All these are vague, because vision statement and mission statement, it's in my mind. I know about my company. But if I will say you people, you all are sitting over here, if I'm not showing you the clear picture of the FELD session, as Manish asked me, so what you are going to share about today. So earlier, what I used to do, I used to write the name of the book, the author, what the other people are going to share. So somewhere we were very clear. But nowadays, I have stopped asking. So from next time, I will be asking the speaker what you are going to share, for how much, all that details I will be giving. So it will be very helpful for you all to join, why you are joining and all that. So I will keep in my mind just a lesson I got just now. So here also, by reading this book, I understood that also you must be having a big picture. For example, for vivid vision, what if a child, if I take the example of a student, he say that I want to score good marks. If he says his parent, I want to score good marks, nothing is clear from this statement. But when he say I want to score 90% in 10th board in 2027, so it's very clear कि वो बच्चा 10th के बोर्ड में 90% लाना चाहता है, और वो उसका जो बोर्ड होने वाला है फाइनल एग्जाम, वो 2027 में होने वाला है. So this is a vivid vision, and how he will feel after achieving this. When he will score 90%, what he will do with that marks, how he will celebrate that small win with his family, how he will feel. So all that things, if is there in clarity, is there in the mind of the child, that other person can understand about it. So all this was given in the introduction part. So those who are here, those who have joined the session today, FELD session, I just wanted to give the message. If you're working on something, you must be having a clear vision. Or we say that if you are having the clarity, that then you can achieve anything in your life. We always say. So just whatever you have decided for your life, you must write it down. When you are going to start, where you are going to start, who will be in your team, how you will feel about all these things. So all these things must be written. And that is the main motive of this book, Vivid Vision. एक बड़ा picture होना चाहिए. What I feel that our mind understand the pictures, images, more than the statement or the words. Here in the introduction part, Cameron Harold has also said that nowadays the owners, they make the vision board. So suppose I have pasted some picture in the vision board. Suppose I'm running a company and 5 people are there. So when they will see that vision board, suppose I have pasted the picture of 5 to 6 people with the champagne. Okay, and very nice table is there. So suppose here so many people are there. Suppose Manish will see that picture, that vision board. So he may get attracted with the champagne glasses. some my friend Lalita is over here, so she may get attracted with the clothes that we are wearing. तो वो पिक्चर अभी भी क्लियर नहीं है विजन बोर्ड से. What Mr. Cameron Harold has explained in the introduction chapter that I have only read. So it given me a clear picture that whatever we are doing or I am doing in my life, I must be having the step by step process or strategy, how I want to launch my company or how I want to start up. So that was my motive. I have read only the introduction part. तो vision statement clear नहीं आपने लिखा है या आपकी कंपनी का है, तो जो आपकी टीम में है they must not be understanding. तो किसी टीम से अगर बेस्ट आउटपुट आपको लेना है तो what you have to do, you have to give each and everything in written. कि हाँ 5 साल के बाद ये कंपनी मान लीजिए मेरी कंपनी का नाम इग्नाइट योरसेल्फ है, तो यू मस्ट बी आफ्टर 5 years माय कंपनी विल बी जनरेटिंग दिस मच ऑफ द रेवेन्यू, what the action we will be taking to generate this revenue, where will be my office, how it will look, who will be working in that, and after achieving all that how I will feel or how my team will feel. So each and every detail I have to share. So that's all that I wanted to share. Hope I could add some insight in your life. So that only I wanted to share what I've understood. And it said that Albert Einstein has said that imagination is the biggest tool or the power a person, a common man or a human being is having. If you are good in imagining, making stories, making the pictures, each and everything you can create. That's all from my side. So, yeah. I'm over now. If anything you have to ask me, you can ask. If you want to add something, you can add.
How do
Next
you
time
know
I
that
will
I
be
like
coming.
champagne?
So,
Yeah, good.
I
You're
have
talking
also
about
completed the
visualization and
book this
imagination.
month.
That's beautiful.
Like I like the place where he had mentioned about the sound of music, that Julia Roberts will be singing. Like he brought that scene into memory. So immediately I went to YouTube and checked that song. Almost he has described it so well. That's how the clarity of vision should be there. Thank you, Rajeshwari. You shared it so well.
it's a good book. Now, next time I will be sharing the BHAG, how to achieve the goal of any company and all that. That this BHAG is used by Iron Lady. They have taught us, but somehow I couldn't get it at that time. So I'm very happy after reading this book. I will be learning the BHAG and will be sharing. And after that, let's discuss on that. Achieving the audience very big goals. That word audacious, I think they used to tell. Big and hard.
Audacious.
Audacious. Yes, sir. Iron Lady concept is based on that only. BHAG. वो इसी वर्ड को बहुत प्रमोट करते हैं BHAG. I have taken the course in 2024, but I couldn't understand that. But I hope after reading this book, I will be understanding this BHAG and I will be sharing. I'm excited about that. So next week, I will be coming with the BHAG, how to achieve our big goals.
Thank you, Rajeshwari. So, any business management class sessions where we discuss about strategic management and all, because I did MBA twice, once with Usmani University and recently I did from IIM Visakhapatnam. So, the syllabus starts with the vision and the mission statement. Even when I started my industrial career, at that time, company started this ISO 9000 certification. So when it comes for the ISO 9000 certification, it is how you are maintaining quality and what you say is what you do, or you do what you say. So for that, the management raises this vision statement and the mission statement. What is the vision and what is the mission statement? So vision is what you want to go for, and mission is how you will reach that. So if my vision is to make my company 5,000 crore company, so first year what would I do? from 100 crores to 500 crores, how I will be taking that jump. In the next 20 years, when I will reach 5,000 crore, what will be my steps for that? So that way, the vision and mission statement is set for the companies, and then you drill it down to the lowest level from the plan basis. So that's how it's done in industry. I've done it practically several times for my part of the business, and every year we have this business generation model. So it always says that our mission is this, our vision is this, and we will work upon that. So all these things are taken from the what you call all these English concepts. If you see, they are taken from the Bible, where you decide that you are compliant to the things that are told in the Bible. You are following the Ten Commandments and all that. So it's some interesting part that is there. Now, anyone wants to ask any questions to Rajeshwari or any feedback you want to share? Then we will go for my part of the presentation. Okay, there were no responses, so let me assume that things are good. So we have started discussing this book last week. That is about the Catalyst. The book name is Catalyst, and the author's name is Jonah Berger. So it tells about strategic model driving effective change and innovation. So anyone remember what is reduce? Last week we discussed this. Any guesses? Anything is not vividly remembered, but at least vaguely remembered. I'm waiting for a response. At least no is also acceptable response.
I would love to hear this time from you. I have not attended the last Friday session, so I'm just waiting to hear from you, Vasuji.
Okay. Anyone else? What was it about? Okay. With your own knowledge that you have, what is the catalyst?
Catalyst is something that speeds up the reaction, like.
Yeah, speeds up the chemical reaction as per the chemistry. Yes. Anyone else wants to add? Or you agree to Padma?
I agree. The catalyst is one which speeds up the reactions. Normally, we hear this in chemical reactions in our school days. Catalyst.
Right. In any chemical reaction, what happens?
There are certain reactions with the chemical compounds.
I would like to add that catalyst speeds up the process. I
Right.
don't know. I mean, that's what I remember. And I didn't attend
You
your
know
part.
that or you don't know that?
No, I know that. I was saying that last week I couldn't wait. I mean, stay longer for
Result.
your presentation. So I don't know what
Yeah.
you said last
No,
week.
no. I am asking what is the catalyst that you know, irrespective of what I am going to share.
That speeds up the process, and what Padma said is also, I mean, that is also the correct thing.
With respect to a person, with respect to chemistry is that, but generally, generally it triggers action.
Okay. So what
This
does
is the
happen?
necessary transformation in the positive way and quickens the process.
So what happens in a chemical reaction? You can take any chemical formula or as far as you know, chemical reaction, what actually happens?
It aids and it speeds up the process.
Yeah, that is okay. It aids the process, but what happens in the chemical reaction?
Conversion happens.
Yes. We have a more closer word. Conversion happens.
Resultant product emerges.
Right. So
Selective.
what happens? Like for the simplest example of a chemical reaction, let me say that you are starting to make any food item which is not sweet. So what you do? You put oil, you put haldi, turmeric, then you put some jeera, rai, that is the seeds, and after some time it gives that popping sound, and then you add your own other ingredient and you add the vegetable whichever you want to add. So earlier there was oil, earlier there were several ingredients, and there was vegetable in the raw form. And when you do this, this is the most closest chemical reaction everyone has seen. What happens at the end of that?
It gets, it gets converted, or the action happens,
It
and
changes that
yeah.
uncooked food changes to ready to eat food, right? So that is the
Right.
biggest chemical reaction that we have been seeing and we will continue to see all our life. So in this, there is a change that is happening. And in this change, there is a positive intent of doing the change, right? Okay. So suppose normally my wife cooks in the what you call in the kitchen, and we moved from Bangalore to here. So earlier there were some particular boxes where we used to keep certain things, and today the boxes might have changed. Or for my remembrance, I used to say that this is the location where my uh, all my dabba are there, all my boxes are there where I keep the all the requirements like oil, where it is, where is the seeds, cumin seeds, and all those things like we call jeera, rai, and all those things are there. And I want to cook the food, and I don't know where these things are. Now I know where is the oil. I put the oil on the stove, and I started. So what would happen in this situation?
The time is saved.
I don't know where it is, then the time is lost. I know where everything is, and everything is in the right places, because you have this common circular box where you keep all the small ingredients related to the tadka in one location, right? But if that is empty, normally I know I pick up this box, then this a big box. Inside you have 4 5 items in that masala saman, and I pick up and make it. But suppose one of the item inside is emptied out. What will happen? I don't know where the larger container is.
Yeah, you end up burning what is there inside.
Right.
Earlier whatever is there.
Okay. So I think only Padma is understanding what I am saying. Maybe I should repeat in Hindi. अगर मुझे तड़का बनाना है और उसमें तेल मैंने गैस पे रख दिया चालू करके, उसके बाद मैंने तड़का का सामान मसाले वाला डब्बा खोला, एंड देन आई वांट टू कुक द मेक इट रेडी, और मैंने देखा कि जीरा का डब्बा में जो था वो जीरा खाली हो गया, जो मेरा कॉमन डब्बा है, मसाले वाला छोटा डब्बा है। अब उस वक्त में क्या होगा?
Yes, the things will get burnt, whatever you have put in the cooker, in waiting for finding the other thing that you want to add.
Right. So here there is a barrier to what I want to do. There is some hindrance. So this hindrance is what happens when we are trying to bring a change. The intention, positive intention, is to bring a change. That is by making that tadka, and then I will make the vegetable curry for having my food. and because there was some resistance, this did not happen. So this book catalyst tells that how you will create resistance to the, you will remove those resistance, reduce those resistance, and make the things move faster. So what stops the work is what is called as the reduce. In this, yes, Manjulata.
Basically, I would start with the chemistry part. There, there is a reactant that converts into product, and a reactant will have a reagent which it will react with, and that it will either substitute, eliminate, addition, whatever it will do. They will react with each other and convert into product. Now, to increase the time, efficiency, selectivity, a catalyst is used. So catalyst is something which is in the process, but it doesn't, it helps the speed up the process, and it helps even the selectivity, time management, everything. So this is what a catalyst works, but it doesn't change. It will be like that only. At the end, you will get whatever it is there. Here, I have observed that when you some reactions which happen in water give different product, and some reactions which happen in the alcohol they give different product. So even stereochemically, that product, like how spatially they are arranged, the atoms, that also will change. So it is little of the information of the chemistry. Now, with the respect to the food, aloo is one of the best example which I always quote everywhere. आलू इज समथिंग एवरीबॉडी लव इट. आलू को अगर चिप्स बनाए, ऑयल में फ्राई करे, उसका फ्लेवर अलग होता है. नाउ द प्रोसेस इज गोइंग ऑन इन द ऑयल एज चिप्स, नाउ एज फ्राइज, where you get now the way it is being cut and it is converted, then it is different. The same aloo, when it is put in tadka and cooked, it will give different flavors. This is with respect to the reactant and the products. The same aloo is converted into another product, but the flavors are changing. Here the catalyst work. At times we women, what we do is, to speed up our cooking, we'll add little salt so that it will increase fast cooking. What happens is it speeds up the time, and the flavors also will change when you're cooking at different heat. The same now when the catalyst is considered with respect to chemistry, then with respect to the cooking, as he said, tadka pani mein nahi dalenge. Tadka we will put in oil only because the flavors will come in oil only. That what is important. And egg will be boiled in water because that 100 degrees temperature matters. ऑयल का टेम्परेचर ज्यादा रहता है और फ्लेवर्स जो होते हैं वो ऑयल में ही डिसॉल्व होके फ्लेवर देते हैं. देयर इन द इम्पोर्टेंस इज देयर, द प्रोसेस, द मीडियम, द कैटलिस्ट. लेटर आपको खाने में ऑयल दिखेगा भी नहीं, पता भी नहीं चलेगा, पानी है पता भी नहीं चलेगा. The same when we apply for the human psychology or for the growth mindset, how something is there which convert an individual into another, where they go through a process. In that process, some motivation and inspiration as a catalyst, if they help, it does make the transformation. That too very selectively, with the time management and efficiently, productively. So the catalysts play very important in our body. Enzymes, what we are having with respect to biology, I'm saying the enzymes are the biocatalysts. They do miracles, just miracles. We are reading placebo book. वहाँ DNA में जब जाता है, particular enzyme will open only particular thing and it will do उतना काम करेगा, निकल जाएगा वहाँ से. These enzymes, even they are not ready, blink it hai. When they demand, the body ask or the cell ask, then they to open the DNA. That enzyme, enzymes are nothing but proteins. The DNA will open, it will give the message, that message from nucleus, it will come into cytoplasm. उसका छोटा फैक्ट्री रहता है, वहाँ वो बनता है, रिएक्शन में जाता है, काम करता है, फिर वहाँ वैनिश हो जाता है. So like this, the catalyst is there. When we try to understand catalyst, as the word is more used in chemistry and in the biology, now if we try to understand, because I'm also loving cooking, and Vasuji also tried to give the cooking example. So I try to relate it. And when we are trying more with all self-help, self-empowerment, or a productive thing, probably this will help in that way. Thank you.
Thank you for taking us through the total catalyst part
Yes,
of it.
very well communicated.
A PhD in chemistry, इतना तो बोलना पड़ेगा.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So now what we are saying is that when it comes to the catalyst in the human life, there are certain barriers to the movement towards the change. And one of this movement, they have put it as REDUCE. So the R is for the reactance. Then he says there is E. E is for endowment. Then there is D. Any guesses for D? D is distance. So any guesses for U?
Understand.
Understand. Utility. Understand. Underperform. Uncertainty. Unpredictability. Yes. Now any choices out of the given? For you, some message also coming in. U is uncertainty. Any guesses for E? It is CE actually. CE is corroborative evidence. Okay, so this is the reduced framework. R is stands for reactance, E stands for endowment, D stands for distance, U is for uncertainty, and C is for corroborating evidence. So let us learn what all these points are. See, when I ask you a question, what happens? Say I ask you a question, say, what is the reason today only 15 people are available or 22 people are available? What would happen?
You react.
What is the response? Right.
You react. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the reaction then? Only one person has reacted. What about others?
Yes, reaction will be in the form of answers why they are not coming, reasons.
Hmm. So there is a poll conducted in our what you call in our
FELD
group. Yeah. Suppose I ask when give me a message who wants to share the learning, and those who are not coming, please inform me. How many people will respond to that? There is action from my side, right?
Yeah, very few. Ideally, all should, but few of them do.
Yeah. Those who are interested will,
Hmm.
or keen interested
I
will
agree.
respond. Yeah.
there are two things here. If you want to share, tell me. If you are not going to come, tell me. So there are two things. Now we have 170 people. Okay. So I am expecting two kind of reactions. Either one will say that I am ready to share. Other person, I am expecting that people will say, I am having Good Friday prayers. I have to go to the church, so I am not coming. Friday, I am traveling to so and so because this is a long weekend. I am traveling, so I am not coming. Whatever reasons they are. All right. But does the reaction come? How many people voted in today's poll, for example?
18 or so. Is what it was.
Okay. Suppose the poll was not conducted, how many would have responded?
Nobody would have responded.
Right. So people want to react, but they generally won't react because they don't know what is the answer to that. So reactance is a way people deal with the situation. Sometimes I may think that answer is there is no answer means everyone will come. Or I may understand based on the response that nobody will come. Which is right? So what the author says is reactance is caused by perceived of loss of freedom. Because when you don't have a idea what to answer, people feel better I don't answer. So they don't react. They don't take a action in the form of the change. So there is a change required, right? You normally would spend the day irrespective of where you are and what you are doing. No one is asking you. You may be busy doing your homework. You may be roaming around. You may be seeing a video or something. Or you may be passing time or you may be spending time with family. And asking you to join for a Friday session, there is a change. You need to stick to time. You need to at least switch on the mobile and keep yourself so that you are able to listen to that. So there is a change that you are doing and you want to respond to that. One response is the positive response. You come and react in the positive way and you are sure you are joining. So out of 10, 15, there may be from 5, 10 people who will say that Friday, I don't want to get disturbed. I am going to a FELD session. So that is one kind of reaction. So this reactance is perceived loss of freedom for many people. So we need to give different options wherein we say, if you are not participating, tell us you are not participating. It may happen that out of 20 people in the group, 11 people say I am not participating. Only 4 people say I am participating. Then I may say, okay, let us not have this session today because only 4 people are there. Let us cancel the session. So that is one way we can have the poll and get that. Then there is a encourage in participation. So we will always tell them that when you join, it is going to add to your health and wealth. So by that way, we can reduce the reactance. Then restoring autonomy. When you are giving that option, you say out of 4, you select 1. Then you select it, and then there is a openness to change. People are voluntarily saying I am joining or I am not joining. So it becomes a more positive response. So instead of just giving an open question, sometimes giving the option helps. Then there is a transparent communication. When you are able to give a transparent communication, people will have confidence on you, they have faith on you, and they start giving you the necessary respect or necessary response to your questions. So that happens in the transparent communication. Now, these are the ways you can reduce the reactance. So what you can do to reduce the reactance part of it, ask instead of tell. You ask people, instead of saying that you do this, you ask them, how will you do this? Then they may have better options than you, what you thought. So they may give some ideas, and sometimes you may like their idea better than you. So they will start taking that. The other part is provide choices. So give them that either you do A or you do B or you do C. So they may say, I will do the C way because I know it. Someone may say that I haven't tried ABC. Which one is the easiest? Then you say that A is the easiest. Okay, then I will pick up A. So they way, when you provide choices, people work on them. They feel that I have taken the decision. Then highlight autonomy. Whenever you say that decision is yours, then people will own the decision. And sometimes we do this, you can do this, that when you want children to listen to you, make them that it is like their idea. So my mother used to intelligently say that in advance, she used to say that my son Vasu likes what you call lady's finger, bhendi very much. So I don't know whether I really like it or not. When she used to cook, she used to tell my father, bhendi leke aana, bring lady's finger because Vasu likes it very much. So I started liking it slowly. So they gave the importance of that. Use because wisely and invite participation early. When you do these things, people get motivated and they resist to be persuaded. They will like to be, they feel that they are given importance and they may like, and they will not resist to the change. Okay, so this is how you can handle the reactance part of it. So what is endowment? The next word. How many have heard this word and where?
I've heard it, Endowment Act.
Okay.
Temple
LIC policy.
under endowment or something. It's some government department or something.
There is an endowment department. LIC policies you have heard, endowment?
Yes.
So endowment is something that you have with yourself in advance. And suppose you have a bicycle and you are using it very sparely, maybe 10 times in a year. And someone says that give this to me for 200 rupees. And will you sell that to him?
Can you please come with the question, Vasuji? I can get it.
Yeah, please, you don't answer because you alone seem to be listening to my question. So this question you don't answer. I am not against you, but I want
I
other
understand.
person. Okay. You have a bicycle. You use it very sparingly, maybe 10 times in 1 year. So someone comes and tells you that I sell this cycle for 200 rupees. How many of you will say, yes, I am ready to sell it for 200 rupees?
The condition is good of the cycle, then I will not sell. If the condition is not
Yeah,
good.
you are using 10 times in a year. Maybe monthly once when you are going to withdraw money from your bank, you are going to with the bicycle. How many of you will be ready to sell it at 200 rupees? That cycle you have bought it while you were in class 10 or you were in, while you started working, that was your one of your first investment.
It depends how much it is attached one person is to it, and then they also see the
This is
use.
quickly, you tell your own, don't think about others. You tell, there is a
I'm saying
bicycle,
if
you
I'm
use
very
10 times
attached,
in a year. No, I don't know, whatever it is there, you just give a feeling, you have this bicycle, 200, someone tells me, give it for 200 rupees, sell it. Yes or no?
I
no.
will not.
No.
Nobody.
No.
I will also.
I
Yes.
will also not
Okay.
sell.
Right. So this is the question. This is that endowment has the effect. This cycle, I am telling my own cycle story because this cycle that I have at my home, and after coming to Century Paper Mill, I haven't used it even once. So it's 1 year, 1 month now after I came here, and the cycle came here, and I could not get it repaired. I could not use it. And earlier, while I was in this cycle is belongs to my father, and he bought it before his marriage. And I took this cycle to my school. I took it while I used this cycle while I was in college. I used to take this cycle for my MBA distance education classes, and then it came to me when my father passed away when we moved the luggage. Okay, so in between, while that cycle was not being used, I bought my bike. Someone asked me to take this cycle. Asked to me that he wants to take this cycle, and he was giving me 1,000 rupees at that time. But I did not sell it. So this kind of feeling that you own it and you have a higher value to every item, then it is called as the endowment in this context of this book. So endowment is what you own and it is already yours. So in this context, when it comes, how do you? So people have this endowment bias. So something you are owning, like some people are working in some particular department and they are not performing well. You want them to change their department, and you say that you move from here to there. Then they will say that they will have a resistance to that because they feel that this is and they are endowed to that. They are bound to that. It belongs to them. Say some person is sitting in one chair and you want some other person to sit in this chair and you want to move him to some other chair and he has
And
been sitting there for 15 years.
maybe this
Yes,
is a kind of pattern that they have established, like they get used to it so much that, they, the pattern
they
that they've
feel it's
already,
theirs.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, many times it feels that this is mine and they
yes,
don't want to get rid of that.
part with it,
So how
yes.
do you get rid of that? So leaders should take this in feeling and get that endowment disconnect with the people. They should give them that. Some people have this habit. No, if you tell people like my father's age and all, if you tell them using a screen, what you call touch screen mobile is very easy, take this. But they resist for so much time. They are more comfortable with the switch phone. You might have observed that our parents, all those people, they are not happy taking the touch screen phone, although it is very easy to operate compared to the small, what you call feature phone, as we call it, keyboard wala phone, right? So with that, you need to give this that you have to tell what are the difficulties in this practice that they are doing. Then reframe the new initiative, make them understand why it is the good thing that is happening, and pilot test and do some customization. Help them to feel like the existing one. So some people remember all the phone numbers. So they don't search for Vasu as VASU in the mobile. They will. It is easy for them to type 98662. So they will type it easily. So make them support them so that they can type it in that manner also. So that is how you can overcome the endowment bias. So you should acknowledge that the value of the current state. Frame change as improvement, not replacement. Build on rather than remove. Reduce perceived loss. Feeling people have this feeling of loss. Tell that you show them that this is not a real loss. Then give them, tell them you use it, try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, I will take it back. And once they start using that, they will continue using it. Then transfer ownership. Tell them that this is the new way it is to be done and they are the owners of that, then or make the ideas theirs. Although it is your idea, give them a feeling that it is their idea. So people overvalue what they already have. This is the what you call the definition of endowment. Okay, so this is we have completed R and E. You want me to continue or we want me to take a break?
Yes, yes, please continue.
Okay. So the next part is distance. So how far you are distance from the change that you are taking. So that change, if you feel that it is a big change, then people will have a psychological barrier for making a change. So what you do, you change the break the change into different steps. So instead of saying that you move from point A to point B and it takes about 10 minutes, or from position A to position B, the way you are doing it, change it in a way that you break it into small steps and then make it easy for them to take it. Similarly, use a familiar language. Change the language that you are using. Don't go to the difficult words. Whichever words you can. Normally, this happens when you are changing the software usage, right? So, certain people in the software, the designer have put some different words, and you say with some different words. So, there is a mismatch. So, you can avoid that mismatch by using the similar language. Then, whenever there is a change happening, there are some people who accept early. They take the initiative early and they are adapters to the change quickly. And they will tell you what are the difference. So you normally what happens, those who resist, we give importance to them and we focus on them, we call them, we tell them, you have to anyway help us do this, that. They will not accept. But certain people will accept for the change very easily and they will push the change. So don't uh, focus on those people who are resisting to the change, focus on those people who are accepting the change, then it will be easier for you. Then connecting change to daily tasks. So instead of doing this way, you can do it this way. That way you can change the daily task, make it into small pieces so that it is given to them in a day-to-day basis and tell them how easy or how important it helps you. And in the long run, how it is going to reduce your work, then people will accept to the change. So you reduce the distance between the change and the reality. So this is what the different things are there. Start with closest wins, show relevance to daily work, and avoid abstract vision. Now the key idea is, a farther a change feels, the harder it is to adapt. Say in 2004, Congress won the election, it was the single largest party. Again in 2009, it was again that. But in 2014, in this, what the Modi, the current prime minister, what he did, he started bringing the change in the minds of people about 2 years in advance. So in the 2013 Republic Day, he gave a speech that soon the things are going to change. So they reduced the distance. They showed how difficult people they are ruling you, and they cut down the language. They cut down the distance between the people and themselves. So those people who were anti-BJP also started thinking that if Modi is there, then I will vote for BJP. And in Calcutta, we used to listen that Bengal mein Didi, Delhi mein Modi. So they voted for TMC in West Bengal and voted for BJP in the same election. They voted for two different parties for the state and the central government. Similarly, if you see in the Delhi also, for the state election, AAP used to win, and for the national election, BJP used to win. So the distance, whatever was there, BJP worked on reducing that distance by showing them how they are close to them. So they started doing that and bringing that change. So this can also be done. Then the next part is the uncertainty. When people are uncertain, they don't take quick decisions. So you add that, remove that uncertainty, add clear communications, and you start doing controlled experiments, and you give that kind of confidence, which is called as the psychological safety. So this is what, if you are keeping silent, then people will feel that they don't know that. You discuss with people, clarify what is unknown, and make it known to people. Then people will start. They will get rid of the uncertainty they are feeling. Then demonstrate reversibility. If it doesn't happen, then we can come back. If you give that confidence, people will take that step to go forward. Then run low risk experiments. This can be done. Share learning, not perfection. Give them confidence that if you, in the old model, if you are getting 10 marks, and in the new model, even if you get 7, it's okay. I know you are learning. So you do that, then people will start accepting that uncertainty and starting accept that change. Then create psychological safety, allow people to encourage to ask question and to what you call disagree with you, dissent with you, then people will accept that uncertainty. So people prefer a sure bad outcome over a certain uncertain one. So this will help. Now going to the next part, it is the corroborative evidence. This is simple. What most of us have gone through in our life. Maybe we are using it for our children as well, where we say that, see the person in our neighborhood, Rahul does better work. He always studies well. See at Pawan, he does so much of work. He studies well. He plays well. All these example you give. So this is what is all about using corroborative evidence to strengthen adoption. You give examples that some illiterate is using the mobile phone. Why can't you use it? You tell to your mother that, see that auntie who is 4th class and you are 10th class pass, she is using this mobile. What you call this screen touch mobile? You are still using the old mobile. So you are more learned than that than her. So it's very easy. And your husband was an engineer, your children are engineers. So why don't you accept that? So you give that corroborative evidence, then people will quickly adopt the change. So instead of showing into one big data point, use multiple small proofs, mix data with stories. So when you give data, people start believing. Then leverage peer example. So like I said, that auntie, this auntie is doing, so why mother you can also do that examples you can give. Then you give the other ideas like others advocate, some other people come and tell them that it is helpful, all those things. So instead of giving one strong argument, give corroborative evidence. Whatever you are trying to say, show something which is related to that. So that will help you bring up the change and reduce the barriers to the change. So this is from the book Catalyst by Jonah Berger, and that's what I wanted to share. Any questions? Any feedback? I am open.
I think
Yes, Padma, you can go ahead.
Okay. Wonderful, Vasuji. I really, in fact, I learned so much starting from, the positive intent when we spoke about catalyst. And then, of course, distance is where I had some guess, so I couldn't follow up very clearly. But then my new learning with respect to today was really, the takeaway for me is that endowment bias, usually I have that more. Like I get attached to something, I value it too much, but then after listening to you, I understand how it can be broken, and how you can get out of it. So that is a huge learning for me today. And yes, the entire, of course, I can keep telling points, but then this is where the highlight for me was today. Thank you so much. And this distance and uncertainty, I will follow up the recording in case if you're sharing, and then I will get to learn that also.
Okay.
Thank you so
what
much.
I think, sir, all these books, Catalyst, what you have shared, what I said, Vivid Vision, then X Factor, all are somewhere helping us to understand how to set up a business or run a company, or we are working as a in a higher authority. If we are there, it will help you a lot as you're in the paper industry.
Yes.
So, Pinaki sir, would you like to share something you wanted?
आज रहने देते
Vasu sir, are you speaking something?
No, I am not speaking. I am
Okay.
waiting.
So anyone else want to share something? They can go ahead, or we will wind up the session.
Okay, those who are having any work, they can leave. I will just ask one open question to all of those who are present. That's the same question that I asked in the FELD group today. What is the reason people don't vote? What do you think? It may be your reason, it may be some other's reason.
I think it is uncertainty, Vasuji. Like, at least with respect to me, I can answer because sometimes to attend and be very sure as to whether, because having given a commitment, I would love to honor that. And in case if I am not able to, then I will, I will always feel little, I will be worked up on that. So that is one of the reason I always, because I will look for the option and the choices. In case you give 50-50, I'll be the first person to vote for that. And, I will always love to do so. That gets that gives me a like if I am not able to, I always, since I've mentioned that it is only 50-50, I can comfortably relax without having any guilt. So this is my opinion according to me as to not vote is because of uncertainty.
Okay. Yes. Anyone else?
It's not in your priority list. As simple as that.
I agree.
It's not in your priority list, number one. And number two, you have nothing to lose. 50-50 is something that you must think of, that why you are going for 50-50. What does it mean to you?
But Pinaki, I'm sorry here to say that it pays not the priority. Of course, FELD is a priority which really taught me so many, I've been drawing wisdom from each and every one
See,
of you.
FELD may be a priority, but may not be participating in the poll. And if it is participating poll is only the priority and you are looking for 50-50, then it's purely about
I
avoiding it.
understand, but then if that the commitment, when it comes to commitment, like when I
Let's
say that.
discuss later. Just a
Okay.
minute. I want
I'm telling
everyone's
you,
opinion.
I'm very clear about it. See, you said that you are comfortable with 50-50. Now, if 50-50 is not there, then you really need to think.
Yeah,
So you
50
just look
is
for,
not there. I vote.
I request both of
probably
you,
you
both
just look
please
for if
to
the
take a
50-50
pause
option
here.
is there, let me just vote for it. I don't even need to
Just take a
see
pause
what
here.
the poll is all about. What
Let
is the
some other
question?
person also share their opinion. What they feel why people don't vote.
50-50 is
Yes,
the easiest
Rajeshwari,
way
what
out.
do you
It's like
think?
I'll try. That's it.
Some of the time people in as multiple groups, so they don't see the messages also. It may go
That's
up
okay.
and down.
If they have not seen the message, they have not replied, that's fine. They don't know what the message is there. So I am asking people who have seen the message and not replied, not given the vote.
Seen the message and not done means yeah, I will just go for it. Maybe they're in not in the interest area. I take the interest, so I'm here.
Not in interest area. Yes.
Vasu, sometimes life catches up. Like work kind of, if it is dependent on somebody else, and then like for some other reason it gets extended. Like
Ignored
say
or
told,
overlooked.
huh?
You say that it is ignored or overlooked, that message
It's
of the
not, the
poll.
message is not overlooked. Message is definitely not overlooked. Some certain people also, they don't see the messages during their office hours. Like there are like some offices also insist like WhatsApp should not be used during the office hours. There are
No,
like
I am not
even in
saying
our office
if
those kind of
people are
things.
not saying the message, it's fine. Say every poll that I conduct, later on I see how many people have seen and how many have responded to that. And I see that some 25 people have seen, only 3 have responded. And that time I particularly give a response. I just want to know what stops people from responding after seeing the message as well. You have 3 big options. Either you say yes, most of the time we give the option of 50-50, and third option is a clear no. And if you say yes and you don't come, how many times someone has asked you that why did you come after saying yes? When you say that I am going to share and don't come, then that is a different option. But just for listening, if you say that I want to join and you don't come, it's okay, no?
Saying no
I
What
would
is that
rather
you're going
prefer
to?
not
giving a no
participating
and
is
then coming on the occasion,
Okay, that
like
is
if
also
it is
fine,
there.
but that is
Yeah.
where you responded.
see choosing no and
Yes.
not participating in the poll is same.
No, choosing no and then coming, attending the session. Most of the time it happens. Like if other things get over, like see, like now it is a busy season for me. So, like today I came early, so I could join. So these are the priority. I mean, I'm answering from my side, not from the point of
Right,
view
right.
of because it
We
will be
want only
applicable
your
to
answer.
others also.
Yes. Yes, Lalita ji, you want to answer? Shivani, Suman? Okay. So there is a lot of uncertainty in all of us, and we don't want to commit ourselves. There was a small game that someone conducted while we were doing this, and they said that if you are going to, you tell us how much will your score will be as a 10-member team, and if you are matching that exact, then you will get a prize of 200 rupees. And if you are away from that by whatever distance, you will not have to pay anything, but you won't get the prize. And we said that we will get something like 450 points. And when we participated, they did all the assignments in the game. We scored something like 44,000. We said we will get 450 points. They first gave the list how you will achieve points. These are your team members. This is the story. And now you say what is that, how much you will score. And we said that we will score 450 points. And when we actually played the game, we scored 45,000 points or something like 38,000 points, something 10 times of what we committed. Sorry, 100 times of what we committed. And still we had nothing to lose. It was a game. So there is a paradox in all of us that if we commit, we have to stay to that. We have to be very realistic to what we say. See, today I said I will share the learning. And when by the time I reached out of my office, it was 6:55. I had to go to the market to buy the vegetables or buy the daily shopping. So we went there. I had gone on my car. It was my first experience driving the car on the roads of Lalpua, but I did that. And when I realized at 7:40 that I'm going to get late, I informed Rajeshwari, you and Pinaki can start. I am going to join late. So there is nothing that is going to fall or nothing. No one is going to give you a call or disturb you if you say yes and don't come. Someone may ask you why you didn't come. Hope everything is well. They may be concerned that you did not come. So you can say yes, and then you cannot. It may happen that you don't come, or you can say no, and still that may happen that you are coming. No one is going to say, "Hey, you did this and you are doing now saying no." Why it is important to vote? Why I keep that? Once you vote, it gives a question. It gives a feedback to your mind that you are now saying yes to something. You got committed to that, and your subconscious will tell you that 8 p.m. you have the FELD session. You said yes, so please go. So your mind will uh, take it, your what you call your subconscious mind will take it to that location and say, make you help you to do what you say. So that's why it's important to put the vote in the poll. So it's a choice, but I always keep on expressing that it is a necessity. So
Yeah,
vote it.
point very
Yes.
understood and noted, because like it took away the block that I had, like that commitment and all that. Whatever the learning I had, you told me, yes, if we vote, we also tell our mind that we should attend. There is a commitment to our mind. That point also noted, and I understand. I can always take it easy. If I'm not able to come, it is okay that I can do that way. So that is a point noted today, and also well understood.
So what I have done in this process of
Thanks for
explaining
this,
this voting story, what I have done by explaining this voting story is I have tried to remove the barrier using the reduce concept. So the reduce concept
Yes.
was the reactance,
Yes.
there was uncertainty, and there was a distance. What I was saying and what is the intent, you are not aware of that. There is a distance between your understanding and my what I want to share. What is the intention of putting the poll? So by bringing, at least Padma was accepted that she will vote from now on. I have reduced the barrier. I have removed her uncertainty. I have removed the what I call the distance from where it was. There was a gap in the learning, and also I have given that freedom. I have given that endowment that even if you say yes and don't come, you don't own it. It's just for you have got nothing to lose. We will not even ask you why you said yes and not coming.
Yes.
So this is a way we are trying to be the catalyst and bring in the change in you, so that like it is said in all the surveys, if the answer is more towards the center, then there is no meaning of putting the poll. So that 50-50 answer is just like that, what our Pinaki was also saying, that when you say 50-50, what is the meaning of having the poll? Always it is 50-50 for everyone.
Yes.
So that 50-50, we give that option so that people have that freedom to say that I am not sure. But answering 50-50 is just like not answering. It is like nota in the election. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I just wanted to try out using the reduce concept in our own.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. Just go through the recording. So many of the things we miss in a glance. When you will listen the recording, you will get much more insight. So must go for the FELD recording. What I feel, I have started and now I'm getting so much of value. Can we
Okay,
close the
thank
session?
you, everyone. Yeah, you can close the session. Good night.